And we're back. It's the Monday Night Play Space Live. Keith Avalon from Play Games. Sam, of course, is here helping run the show. Been a couple of weeks since we streamed anything. We just kind of felt like it was a good time to take a little break. So we took a little spring break. And actually, we've been very busy behind the scenes. This really has not been a break, to be honest with you. Anyway, we thought we'd just get caught up a little bit tonight. It'd be a very quick stream this evening. But just to let you know what we've been doing, that everything is A-OK at Play headquarters, and we are moving forward with a big spring and summer season of stuff. So what have we been working on? In no particular order. Let's start with the merch. You may have noticed there's a new gear tab on the Play Classic site with a assortment of Play goodies that are not game-oriented, they're clothing-oriented. Let's give you a quick look here really quick. We're going to show you on the table here. We have the cool Play Classic coffee mugs. We've ordered these ourselves so we could, vouch for their quality. This is really a nice mug. It reminds me of the mugs we used to give away with the, what do we call it? Was the newsletter question was like there was a quiz that we used to do. Gosh, it's been 4 or 5 years now. Anyway, these mugs are very much like that. They're very cool. These are really awesome. They're the Play Classic hats. I don't know if you can see the weathered look to it, but it's stitched and embroidered. That's not like an iron-on logo. It's a stitched logo. Super nice weathered hat. I've been wearing mine constantly. And then we have I haven't even opened up my Play Classic t-shirt yet. I'll open it right now. How about that? Well, it should be easier to open than this, but I guess it's probably good that it's not. There we go. So it's a nice weight, and got the Play Classic logo on there. Super cool. By Geldan. So that's just a sampling of the stuff that we have on the site with the new merch tab. Now, this is all done by a third-party vendor. Sam could probably explain it better than I can, but just FYI, we don't ship these items. We have them, they're created on demand from a third party, and they're shipped from a remote location. So they do take a little longer to get to you than our stuff does, but not that much. I think we got ours in like 5 days. So that's the merch tab, and we're really excited about it. We'll be adding to it. I think there's a Second Season Express t-shirt on there. We have a Hockey Blast t-shirt in the works and some other items as well. So that's the merch tab that you'll find on playclassic.com. Work on History Maker Basketball continues behind the scenes. I was going to say it continues to move along. It's really more of a crawl, as has been the case with the development of this game. But we are making some progress. It's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We averted a little bit of a crisis with. We'll do a special stream on it, but all is in order. We are moving toward our January pre-order, and very excited about History Maker Hoops. Our last stream was the Hoops broadcast, the NCAA championship game in Gonzaga or I should say Gonzaga and Baylor. Been specifically working really diligently on the full play version. I think the Express version is pretty much in the can. It's the full play version that I've been spending time working on. And, frankly, I really feel like most people are going to want to play the Express game because, the full play version is your typical full play basketball game. It's going to take, 70 to 90 minutes to play from start to finish. So I really do feel like most people are going to want to play the Express game. However, it's important to me that the full play game be, solid and also fun. So I've been having a lot of fun playing. We're working on intangibles. Have been amplifying the coaching effects so that the better coaches, create more, positive results for their teams. So it's really cool. We are making progress on the Hoops game. Also been working on Dodgeball in the background as well. Specifically, we've been working on expanding the depth of the player personas, and we're working to add a little more narrative and story depth, more possibilities for the pre-game and post-game activities and antics. It's similar, as we've discussed before, the Dodgeball game is similar to the wrestling game. It's basically assuming that, what if the WWE did Dodgeball? So it's got all the storyline and all the narrative of wrestling, but it's, couched in a dodgeball context. So we've been working on, getting the pre-game and post-game things a little bit better fleshed out. I felt like the ranges of options were a little bit limited, so been working on that. Also been working on making the player personas a little deeper as well. Not to go into extreme detail here, but essentially the players were have been given like a persona. Now we're talking about maybe they can have 2 personas. Like in other words, instead of a guy being a heel or a superstar, maybe you could be a superstar heel. Have both personas in effect at the same time. So those are things we're working on with Dodgeball. Also, we're working on more of an active player mode for it. And now, right now the game works really well as like a solitaire simulation where it's kind of like you're clicking on the TV and you're watching this Dodgeball league going on and you're not really making any decisions. You're just kind of watching it all unfold, which is great. And a lot of people in our hobby really, prefer that sort of a game. But we're also working on making it sort of a game where, I'm going to coach this team. I'm trying to coach this team to the championship. And I'm manipulating the storyline as best I can. I'm trying to play the players that I need to play in order to best offset my opponent, making it more of an active role for the coach. So, the idea of the game, rather than, or I should say, in addition to just being able to turn on the TV and watch it, you'll also be able to, play it and manage it as if it were a game that you're trying to win. You're trying to win the Dodgeball championship for your team. So we're working on those rules as well. I think we've decided we're going to go ahead and delay the release of that till the end of the year. Originally, we were talking about releasing it maybe middle of the year, but I think it's going to, with the work on basketball and all the other stuff going on, probably is not going to happen until later in the year, Dodgeball. Most of my time the last couple weeks, though, have been spent on the 2020 NFL season for second season. Been working, it's always a big time sink, to be honest with you. It's the most, labor-intensive card set that we do each year. I mean, literally go player by player through the entire NFL. So it has taken, it isn't taking any more time this year, but it is taking the typical amount of time. And happy to say that we're about halfway through. By the end of the week, we should be about 2/3 of the way through. So excited about it. There's really it's nothing terribly unique about it. It's pretty much the same process. Not a lot of wrinkles. There's always a couple of new boutique ratings that have to be incorporated. I'm trying to think of what's going on. I think the sack rate went down again this year. Running back averages are up, so there'll be a lot more A's and AA runners. Just things that you notice as you're doing the ratings, but essentially it's pretty much the same process. So I anticipate we'll have that ready. I'm sure we'll have it ready by its July 15th deadline. But I was thinking 2 weeks ago, it's like, man, if I don't get on this like right now, it's not going to get done. So I have been working diligently on that for the past couple weeks, and also put in some time prior to the last couple of weeks as well. But I'm happy to say we're about halfway done with the 2020 NFL. We are just about ready to release the boxed version of our highlight game. Came out at Christmas time. We've rebranded it or given it some cool retro 1970s kind of graphics, and really, really excited about the look and the components of this game. We specifically beefed up the AI better angle, which was kind of a. Oh, Sam's bringing me the box. I'll show you the box. We're actually going to do an unboxing this Thursday, but here is the game box. We may have showed this. Yeah, all right, there we are. So there's the game box. The front and the back, and now I'm not going to do the unboxing now, but we'll do the We'll have an unboxing program on our Thursday night stream, and we'll show you all the different components to it. What's really exciting to me is the AI betters, I like to call them the cardstock better cards. They're cardstock betters. They're like your cardstock friends. You've got Dom Dollar and Loudmouth Lenny. They're the guys that are hanging out at the Highlight Fronton with you, and you're got a little friendly competition with them to try to win more money than they do. And the cards that Sam put together are really, really neat looking and really add to the experience of the game. The player cards look great. The components look great. Just really excited about it, and can't wait to get it on the table here. And I think we'll run a couple of games just with the better cards, the cardstock better, so you can see how they work. So that will happen on Thursday night. But yes, the game is officially scheduled for release on Monday, but I would venture to say we'll most likely have it available after the stream Thursday night. Let's play Highlight. The latest release in our Cooperstown series is happening a week from tonight, or today, I guess I should say, the Cooperstown Hopefuls. Hopefully you've taken a look at the blog post that I put together late last week, which kind of outlines the... it was actually a more difficult set to put together than I had anticipated. Certainly far more difficult to put together than the previous Cooperstown sets, which were basically, checking off a box. Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame. Okay, he gets a card. He was in the Hall of Fame before 1930. Okay, he gets a card. It was really not a lot of decision making. But for this hopeful set, these are players who are not in the Hall of Fame, but who might be. Some of them have, as I mentioned before, have rather faint hopes. Practically speaking, some of them have zero hopes, but I put them in anyway and explained my rationale in the blog post. So if you haven't read that yet, I would recommend you take a look at that. If you're interested, it's on the Play Classic site. Just click on the blog link, or scroll down. You'll see the blog half of the front page. Also, the blog post list at the very end of it has the complete checklist of the Cooperstown Hopefuls cards. So we are now up to just over 400 cards in that collection. And we will likely have another set next year. And I explain all this in the blog, so I won't explain it here. You can just take a look and read that, and we will continue to work on that. We'll have a Cooperstown Hopefuls game for our Monday night, the 26th stream. Have not 100% settled on the format, but I'm thinking we'll probably do some sort of an AllStar game format, American League versus National League hopefuls. And we'll try to get as many players as we can on the field. I've often thought of just like having a big stack of batters and a big stack of pitchers, and you just take the top guy in the stack. And so there's no real batting order. It's like this, 50-player batting order. You just keep on going down the line until everybody's batted. And of course, you keep track of outs and so forth, 3 outs on the side. But I may try to do that. The only problem with that model is that how do you do the fielding? How do you know who's in the field? So I'll figure it out between now and then. But we will have a Cooperstown Hopefuls game on the Monday night stream. What else? We have a new ping Our April ping is coming out on Monday, the last Monday of the month, and it's going to be a little different this time. We are going to switch from the vertical response service to an email services provided by Squarespace, which is our the host of our Play Classic and Play Now sites. They offer a email distribution tool, which I think will work better than the vertical response tool. At least that's our hope. So you may wake up Monday morning and find a newsletter in your inbox, and you haven't seen one for months or maybe even years. It may show up because it's a different server, different delivery method. So it will also look a little different as well. It'll look a lot more like the website currently looks because it is a Squarespace feature. So watch for that Monday, week from today, the new April ping. We'll have some good freebies in there and some links to the videos and links to the blog posts and so on and so forth. Get you caught up with what we've been doing the last month. Let's quickly run down our stream schedule. Kind of have given you a little bit of a heads up on what's coming. We have the highlight unboxing this Thursday night. Then Monday is, of course, as we just mentioned, the Cooperstown Hopefuls game. Then Thursday, I don't know if you've been following along on the Play community site, but Travis Jansen's been putting together a community-based kart racing series for Red, White, and Blue Racing. And it's really been pretty cool. I believe, he had to cut off the sign-ups for it in order to be able to make the cards. But he set up a really cool system where it was kind of like what we did with the Fury Football Draft League, where you had a certain amount, you got $50, and each of the attributes cost money, and you could actually craft your own card, but you had a $50 limit. So the cards that were created, it's super interesting to look at the different cards that people created for themselves with those limitations in mind. And I think it'll make for a really interesting series. So we're going to jump on that and stream the season opening race on Thursday night, the 29th of April. The Play Kart Racing Series opener with Red, White, and Blue Racing. Should be really fun. If you want to check out what that's all about, you can go to the Play Facebook page, the Play Community Facebook page, and you can take a look at the cards and the tracks as well. There's different tracks. I'm creating a special custom track. Well, they're all custom tracks, but each of the participants in the kart racing series got to create their own track if they wanted to. And so I'll be creating my own track for the season opening race, and I promise to have a couple of boutique ratings in there, which should make it really fun. Then this is tentative, but Monday, May 3rd, we're planning on having a Canadian football kickoff broadcast. Now, David Gambrell and I have been talking offline here for the past, actually really since the beginning of the year, about doing a 2020-2021 Canadian Football League projection set. Because, of course, there was no Canadian Football League last year, and it's looking like there may not be one this year. It's still very much up in the air. So David and I were talking about putting together like a projection set. So David's been working on that really diligently for the past few months. And I heard from him last week, and he was running some test games with it. And we're hoping to release that sometime in May. Hopefully it's going to be mostly finished. It is mostly finished. It hasn't been formatted for print or PDF. He's mainly got it handwritten, all the ratings and everything. But we'll convert it to a printed format and offer that starting sometime in May. The really cool thing is we figured, what the heck, as long as we're doing fictional, let's go ahead and expand the CFL to Halifax. So there will be a Halifax and Atlantic Schooners team in this projection set. I think I talked him into having Ricky Ray come out of retirement to play for the Halifax team. I'm not sure if that actually happened, but anyway, we are looking forward to that, and that's tentatively penciled in for May 3rd. Now, David does have a pretty strenuous work schedule, so it's possible it may get delayed, but that is when we talked about this in January, we were aiming for the first week of May, and as far as I know, we're still on track for that. And then Thursday, the 6th of May, we're going to do something we haven't done. We haven't done any face to the mat for a while on the channel, so we're going to do a super heavyweight Wrestling America Federation Brawl of the Behemoths. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through this set and find the 8 to 16 heaviest guys, the biggest guys in the Wrestling America Federation. We're going to have like a King of the Hill type tournament where, you win, you stay in, and we'll just keep wrestling until somebody wins the whole thing on the Thursday night stream. That would be May 6th. And May 10th, we've got penciled in, again, this is kind of tentative, our Course Collection 16 preview show for History Maker Golf. And then skipping ahead to Memorial Day weekend, Sam's actually going to be out of town Memorial Day weekend, so we're going to do our History Makers Who Served, our annual service game with all the veteran ball players from World War II and the Korean War and so on. We'll put them on the tabletop again. I believe Navy leads the series. I'll have to double check on that. I know we've played 4 games. But anyway, we'll do that again for Memorial Day. Can you believe we're starting to talk about Memorial Day weekend now? But we'll have that on this channel probably the Monday before Memorial Day, like a week ahead of Memorial Day, so that we can have Sam produce it. So that's a quick look ahead at what's coming up. Appreciate the emails and all the support and encouragement. Glad to have you as part of the community. Got a lot of exciting things coming up. Have any questions, just let us know via email. The email address is info@play.com. Or you can just click the contact box on the Play Classic website, and we'll get that email straight away. So thanks a lot for watching tonight. We'll let you get back to your families and your evenings, and we will see you Thursday nights for Let's Play Highlight, the unboxing. Till then, have a great week.